So welcome to the Strategic Advisor Board. I'm Dr. Bruce Rippee. I'm the host of All Things Health and Wellness. I get asked a lot of times, what can I take to help me go to sleep? We talked about the importance of sleep. It really is important. It's not something you can put on the back burner. I think we've honored a lot of times. If you look at the old Western movies, have you ever noticed that some of those are like, man, that guy doesn't need sleep. He got up just when the bad guy got there and managed to get him, whatever. That sounds really cool, except we really do need sleep. And why we do sleep is still a mystery to all of us. You would think that if Darwin was right, having 8 hours worth predators can eat you would be a really bad idea if it happened to you every day. But somehow that's where we are. And there's lots of reasons why, and it's super important. Please don't let me go on and on about how I don't know why we do it. Certainly listen to Matthew Walker. He's a PhD. He's brilliant. He's been doing sleep studies forever. I think he's a wonderful person to listen to. But people ask me all the time, can I use melatonin? Can you? Well, first of all, if you're an epileptic, the answer is no. If you're on blood thinners, the answer is no. Okay, so just don't. Melatonin comes in all these great little gummies now. It's fantastic. You can consume them before you go to bed. By and large, it takes about 22 minutes off your falling asleep stuff. I mean, it does. It takes about 22 minutes less time to fall asleep, especially if you have that delayed sleep wake phase disorder. I don't know if you know about that one. It's when the night owl, right? The person that doesn't go to bed till 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning and then wants to sleep till noon. And then they talk about it. They were using it some in children, but they're saying that because it has a stronger effect in children, it's probably not a good idea. Long term, it's just not. Maybe if a kid just can't get to sleep at all, it might be okay to do it once or twice, talk to your doc, but I would be very careful in how I used melatonin to fall asleep. I'm not a fan of any of the sleep aids. I'm really not. There are none of them out there that I feel like are safe, because mostly they take you from wakefulness into stage 1 or 2 non-REM sleep, but they don't take you to 3 and 4, where all that replenishment and cardiovascular healing and all of that occurs. So I'm not a big fan. They don't really drop you into REM sleep either. So, and we need every phase. You're not just trying to hammer yourself into REM phase, right? That everybody thinks that, well, all I got to do is just get to where I'm really actively dreaming, and then I will know that I'm going to wake up super rested. It doesn't work like that. So the only times when I would be very careful not to take that is if you have high anxiety. That's not a good idea. There's some interaction with epilepsy and medications on blood thinners. If you're allergic to it, always pregnant or breastfeeding, you want to make sure that this is okay. And I'm going to address teas. Chamomile tea has been long used. Okay, it doesn't have any good science around it because we can't figure out the mechanism. However, people who drank tea at a very specific time every night before they went to bed at a very specific time every night seemed to do really well. And it didn't matter what non-caffeinated, decaffeinated tea it was. It seemed to work. It seemed to actually really help. Now, is that a function of the fact they go to bed at a certain time, or they wind down from this time to that time? Maybe, because that certainly had been an exciting one, but I'm not 100% sure. What I will say is that drinking tea at 9:30 and going to bed at 10 is really a good idea. Your body uses those fluids while you're sleeping anyway, because you have to rest and digest. So melatonin, is it safe? Probably. There's not a lot of real dangers to it unless you're allergic to it or taking epilepsy medicine or blood thinners. That's going to be fine. And remember, it really does work on jet lag. It's kind of an important one. A lot of people will forget that, oh, I could probably take some of this if I'm going to be jet lagged. Your body produces melatonin on purpose when you're in a dark place. That's what its job is, okay? It's designed to shut down the systems and calm everything down. So it's not bad to take some more of it if, and you always want to check with your doctor just to make sure. I'm here for you, Dr. Bruce at Brent Med. If you have questions for me, you want to hear about your own story, there are other people that have those exact same questions. I work with so many executives. Your job is to help the people that you serve, which it means if you are an executive, it's everybody, because the higher you go up in the food chain, the more people you serve. So I look forward to helping you in any way I can. Please get in touch with me. In the meantime, be an example of what's possible.